YouTube family wagwan, Maverick in the building again. What's happening? Everything good? You don't know, It's another thought-provoking issue I have to introduce today. Yeah? Well, it provoked my thought. So we kinda hope say it will provoke your thought. And of course, may I invite comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the issues at hand. All right. There's a mini debate that take place in Jamaica, in the track and field circles right now, where there's the wisdom or lack thereof of outstanding young Jamaican track athletes coming out of champs, deciding to take scholarships to US colleges, or them to stay at Jamaica and take up scholarships at the Jamaican colleges, or if them want, them go pro. The wisdom or lack thereof of that. Because a higher percentage of athletes now, compared to recent times, start go back at the states go study after them leave champs. On scholarships, that is. Track scholarships them getting up. See, now you don't know this represents a reversal of the trend. Because initially, this is what used to happen back in the day, Most outstanding athletes out of champs, as long as them qualify academically, them can get the kind of scores. The scholarship, the university them come from the states and them scout them and them carry them up. That is what used to obtain. But of course, during that period, there were a lot of complaints. There were some horror stories about some things that some athletes used to go through when them leave Jamaica and go to college. Because them obligated to the colleges, when them get and the universities, when them get the scholarships, there are a lot of accusations of overwork and them because they had to work so hard on the track to maintain them scholarship that when them come to represent Jamaica, them come down like a shell. A lot of them lose focus and get, when them, by the time. So we lost a lot of talent when that was the trend. Now, I don't know if you remember now, about the pre-2000, about 2005, 6, 7, in that period there, but when you had the emergence of the MVP track club with Asafa Powell and Bridget Foster Hilton, and then now out came Shelley and Fraser Price, Sharon Simpson, the whole shenanigans there. So the golden generation there, with the big superstars of them living and training right as in Jamaica. Now, in that period now, the trend did start reverse. When most of the outstanding track artists, them coming out of champs, used to start to stay in Jamaica now. Some of them start to get scholarships. In the same period, places like UTech and the University of the West Indies and GC Foster and Michael, them places start offer more scholarships for track athletes. So the trend did reverse. And all the athletes now start stay home. But guess what now? Guess what happened in that period now? The fallout was no less. Because although more athletes were staying home, a whole heap of them would fall by the wayside as well. In that the matriculation rate of outstanding young athletes from junior stardom, high school stardom, into big people stardom, the rate was much higher. In fact, I positive it probably was minimally higher in the period when people were staying home because of the inspirational value of Bolt and Shelley and Asafa and them people. But in that same period, some mega outstanding athletes come out of high school in Jamaica, stay home in Jamaica, send them a train at MVP and racers, and not come at them. So when you look on it and balance out the thing, I don't think it makes much difference whether or not the trend is that they go overseas to colleges or the trend is that them stay here. Based on the evidence of both cycles, can we examine both cycles now, The initial cycle when people used to go away, and we saw the complaints and the horror stories about colleges and how them treat the Jamaicans when they come there. And when they decide to stay home, we lose just as much athletes. I tell you, I'm not going to call no name. But some of the more outstanding athletes that were past through champs over the past decade and a half. And where some of them there? Where enough of them there? Some of the biggest names one, you don't hear nothing more about them. And these are not old people. They're like, them they are same way them in the late 20s now, but they're struggling to make the move to the next level. So what is happening now is a reversal of the trend. You see what I said to you? What you find now is a lot of the outstanding athletes them now start exercise the option to go overseas at college now. Remember, so and this cause the Tugawar now, because the industry, the local industry, I want to call it an industry, became so vibrant. with the track clubs here, universities there, colleges here offering scholarships. We were kind of, the fraternity became dependent on these elite athletes staying home. So you have a better pool, you have higher quality in terms of the talent pool when the top athletes decide to stay home. Now, if them start going again, then that are going to diminish or dilute the talent pool. So as a result, you have a little tug-of-war, a little philosophical tug-of-war over whether or not the youth them take up a scholarship and go overseas, or them stay at Jamaica and take up what we have here with the potential of we developing them to the level of international stardom. So you see the dynamics at play. Yeah, man. I remember when Brianna Liston took up that scholarship, we go up to Louisiana State. I hope a local stakeholders did say push back and hold them in and push back about it, you know. Yeah, and I said, wow. Yeah. But Brianna Liston, for whatever reason and with whatever consultation she made, decided that she wanted to go to college in the States. She could have easily chosen, you know, because of her quality, you know. Brianna Liston could have picked any track club she want to go. She could have picked any local university or college she want to go and decided that she has to stay home and try to be the next Shelley and Fraser Price. She said no. She will go to college in the States. And that is what she's done. But equally though, one of the things though, not equally, but one of the things though that we can't complain about indecision and procrastination. You see the athlete them in Jamaica, we are left high school now, we decide to say a pro them go, them not itch. Them not itch. No black, no gray area not there with them. When the Clayton twins decide to them a go pro and them a go a MVP, that happened fast. That happened with them have another year left in the high school. Kerrika, he left Ideal at class 2 and gone professional. So whereas the college, the people with the college options kind of wait, the professional them now wait. Them they are being very decisive in what it's all about. But in terms of the trend though, either way, I think these are the right thing. These are the market and work things out for themselves. Because obviously the perception was back then that if you go overseas, it's too risky and you're going to lose. You're going to lose out on the talent and all of them. Something. But coming back home now, it proves that the man they must stay home, especially the man. They must stay home and they must lose the talent same way. So what happens is that just the market balance out itself now and more athletes start decide. Because look here, in fairness, you know, it works for some and it don't work for some, you know. Because quite a few Jamaican athletes, you know, even while people were staying home, you know, quite a few athletes took scholarships still, you know, and going, you know. And what a lot of them started to do was to go school, go college for 2 years and then leave and go pro. That is also an option for these who are going abroad to college now. They can run for 1 or 2 years, go pro, and if they want them just make the shoe company them or them sponsors pay for them additional year for them finish degree, additional year or 2, and them done them degree. So me love it, you know. I am a creature of the market, you know. Me love when the market this dictate what me do, you know. So you know, me think that this is a perfect example of the market dictating the way that people go. Obviously, some people will choose to go overseas, like a Brianna Liston, and another set of people will choose to stay home, like the Clayton twins. It is what it is. But the tug-of-war continues. You understand how the tug-of-war continues? Because the local stakeholders want the best athletes for them choose from. They're going to tell us that they want the best for the athletes and all that kind of cliche. You know? But you understand? If me I run a track club, I may have a choice between Brianna Liston and some other runner. A Brianna Liston, me I go want, you know. So the fact that Brianna Liston are going to go overseas, are going to deprive me of that level talent to come on my track club. You get me? Anyway, it is what it is. See, tell me what you think about what me think. Or just tell me what you think. Even if it's unrelated to what me think. Or if you want to talk about what me think, you're free to talk about what me think. What you think about what me think.